Boom! So just like that, this episode proves that the stupid ending theory order of elimination thing is completely wrong. Well, at first it looked legit, but with this episode, the elimination of Master Roshi, thank God, Vegeta wasn't knocked out. Thank God. Yeah, but yes, the order of elimination theory is complete bullshit. Thanks to this episode, we know that now. Now, first of all, let me actually go into the episode and just give you my thoughts on the episode, etc., etc. Okay, so Universe 4's Hidden Warriors. I've seen some scans about them and some information about them on Twitter and stuff, but I didn't actually know they were a thing before this episode. And Beerus actually points this out when he notices the discrepancy between the numbers the Grand Priest gave and how many warriors they've seen. And since the beginning of the tournament, we've only seen like 8 warriors from Universe 4. So the other 2 are hidden somewhere. We don't know when or where they'll appear, but as we said, they could appear at any time to turn the tides of the tournament. We don't know. Okay then, so Universe 3 tries some really shrewd tactics. They planned to reveal all of Jiren's secrets before their numbers have dwindled down, and that's actually a good thing, so they can actually plan for the rest of the tournament, or maybe even create some strategy with the rest of their numbers to defeat Jiren if anything was remotely wrong. Yeah, they sent Magikayo after Jiren, Toppo, and Dispo. So Magikayo is the guy who was restraining Goku a few episodes back, and he's a boo-like creature. His body can regenerate, and he's like a shapeshifter of sorts. So he's one of those tricky warriors to actually defeat. So Dispo had a sort of tough time with him, but yeah, he escapes, and Jiren actually steps up. The man himself steps up to fight this guy. Yeah, he one-shots him. That's all I can really say. He one-shots him with air force, with the force of his fists alone. That's all. No physical contact. Blew the guy right off of the stage. I also liked how his name was actually just a pun, Magikayo. It actually means, if you've noticed, the characters Dispo and Magikayo actually says Magikayo, which means seriously or something. That's what Crunchyroll translates it to be, like seriously. So that's his name. His name is actually a pun to the word seriously. Like seriously, what the heck is this guy? So I thought that was pretty funny. Now, out of all the warriors and everyone else in the tournament, I wonder why Champa is so fixated on Universe 7. Sure, they have really strong warriors, but he's seen what Universe 11 and stuff can do. You'd think he'd want a treaty or something with Universe 7 to see if they could defeat Universe 11 or something. But I don't think Champa is really thinking, and he's just all about his rivalry with Beerus at this point. And I just don't get Champa anymore. I don't think he thinks straight. With Champa and Frost, the episode actually begins with Champa and Frost discussing a matter about, they're discussing about Universe 7, and Frost was asking Champa to pardon his crimes in Universe 6 if he can disrupt Universe 7 in this tournament. So yeah, and through Frost saying that alone, Champa was ready to give him what he wants because of Universe 7. Before that, Champa was reluctant to even hear him out. So I don't know what Champa's deal with Universe 7 is, especially in this tournament where they'll get erased if they lose, and Universe 11 is like a big threat. Trying to fulfill his promise, Frost begins his operation on Universe 7. He goes after Muten Roshi, who's resting and very tired out from his battles before in the recent episodes. So he's actually picking from the tree which branches are weak, and that means Roshi at this point in time. But Roshi fights back. This old man still has a little fight left in him. So Roshi fights back and eventually uses the Evil Containment wave. Frost is surprised that there was such a technique and this old man could use it. So he hatches a plan right on the spot. First of all, he triggers Vegeta. Like, he just baits him, just straight up baits him as he simultaneously shoots death beams at Roshi. Vegeta took the bait, obviously. I forgot to mention that was after Roshi actually missed the Evil Containment Wave, which basically shows what kind of state he's actually in. Normally he would not miss such a thing. He's a master at this. But he missed this time, and you could see he was actually struggling or shaking, and that's why his control waned a little bit. Vegeta charges in to save Roshi. Frost brings in Vegeta, and they have this whole brawl. Ki blasts and normal attacks don't affect Vegeta, and that was Frost's whole plan, because he knew Roshi would actually, take a hint at this. Frost wanted Roshi to use the Evil Containment Wave on Vegeta, so Roshi actually, he took that bait. He took that bait. I'm sorry, Roshi, but this time you got baited. You're the one with the experience, and you got baited. Yeah, so Roshi took the bait, used the Evil Containment Wave. Frost catches the Evil Containment Wave. It's called the Evil Containment Wave Reflection. I don't know when that was created or when that was a thing, but the Evil Containment Wave Reflection. So Frost uses that and reflects it back at Vegeta, who comes charging in. Like, why does he always charge in? I guess he thought Frost would use the Evil Containment Wave to trap Roshi. But Beerus quickly saw this was a trap. So Vegeta gets caught in Evil Containment Wave. Roshi destroys the bottle he had to prevent Vegeta from getting caught, but Frost actually had the bottle the bottle that Roshi was about to use on him before. So Frost traps Vegeta in that bottle. All looks bleak right now for Universe 7, and looks bleak for Vegeta. Vegeta was about to be eliminated, but our boy Roshi, or Master Roshi, pulled through. Even though he had little energy left, you could even see how little energy he had left. He tried to fire a Ki blast, and it was just this tiny thing he fired off. Even though he was that worn out, he could still control it and destroy the bottle Vegeta was trapped in. And boy, was he pissed when he emerged. Kusotariga! As Vegeta would say. Frost retreats like the little pussy he is. Vegeta just lets him escape just like that. What are you, Frost? A ninja or something? So, the last thing about this episode, Vegeta and Roshi actually spoke. Vegeta told Roshi, it's time for you to retire and just leave the rest to me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this was like you realize this is one of the first times they spoke. It might not be the first time, but it's the first time that I actually remember. They don't really speak much. So I actually thought this was a nice moment for the two characters, even though it wasn't meant to be anything great. But it was great. Beerus makes a comment about how the three Baldies were eliminated, and I really didn't notice that. Krillin, Tien, and Roshi, all three Baldies on the bench. Way to go, guys. But you guys still did great, especially you, Roshi. I really did not expect all this great stuff from Roshi. Well, guys, that's it for my review. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment to what you thought about the episode. And tune in next week for another review or talk or whatever you want to call this. I just call this a review because everyone else does.